Our next author that I am going to bring to the red carpet with me is Jenny Carr. You guys are going to find this delicious. I'm going to give you a delicious hug. So Jenny is the author of Piece of Cake. I want to change it to The Delicious Secrets to An Anti-Inflammatory Diet. Look, you guys know that inflammation is the problem, right? It's the problem to everything. Chronic illness, cancer, like inflammation is the problem. You need the answer. I'm going to have Jenny tell you a little about it. Tell people about your book.
Thank you so much, Angela. So my book is really written for people who are looking to reverse the chronic symptoms, conditions, ailments, or dis-ease in their body without feeling overwhelmed and deprived. You don't have to eat kale salad all the time. You can certainly...
I'm so glad.
Yeah, you can be really creative. I have children that are 4 and 8 years old. They walk their talk. I help them walk their talk in this regard. And there's a lot of simple, easy creativity you can do in the kitchen that tastes delicious and also allows you to gain health.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
All right, I have to ask more about the easy. Okay. So it does not feel easy when, I know you guys already know you're not supposed to be eating certain foods. You got the memo. But then when we go to do it, it's like you go out to a restaurant, you go to the grocery store. So give me like a one easy tip. What do you mean when you say easy? Because I don't believe it.
Okay.
There's 40 recipes in the book, by the way.
Yes, they're delicious. So easy means swapping out some of the top inflammatory foods for foods that taste similar but don't inflame you. So, for example, processed sugar, there's over 50 names of processed sugar. Doesn't mean you have to get rid of that delicious sweet taste. You can make cupcakes and muffins and cookies that use non-inflammatory sugars.
So good.
Yeah.
I want those lemon bars. Yes. I daydream of them. You guys need to download this book right now, if only to get the lemon bar recipe. I'm not kidding.
They're becoming world famous.
They really are. And here's what happened with the lemon bars, you guys. You're meeting these authors. They worked in a cohort together, we call it. Everybody in the group just started wildly making lemon bars and posting pictures. I threatened to drive to New Hampshire to get a lemon bar.
I remember.
It's very painful. So you guys seriously need to get this book. But I'm going to ask you some questions because I always say the most successful people in my program either have a chronic illness or toddlers. And I equate these two to basically being the same thing. You, however, have both a chronic illness and toddlers.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, so you know why I say these are advantages, because you have to learn how to be very productive with your time.
Yes.
Because you have fewer hours in the day that you're going to feel awesome. So when you feel awesome, you make the most of it. Mm-hmm. But still, you got the double whammy. So share some of our secrets. How did you get this book done? And I'm going to tip you guys off. Jenny actually finished her book 2 months ago. So in one of her secrets, she may share with you why it took her 2 months to get to the red carpet, even though her book was already done. So share with me, how did you do all this?
Thank you. Yeah. So the first thing was, I remember you and I at the beginning of our coaching, you said, make a note card. I forget all the details, but something about like what thoughts do you want to be thinking during this process? What action do you want to take? I still have it. It's on my desk. And the one that continues to resonate with me is make every moment count. Mm-hmm. And I really took that to heart because I've wanted to write a book my entire life. I've wanted to serve people and help people since I was very ill with a rare parasite infection that also led to Lyme disease, multiple strains, viruses. My body was under siege, and I was almost bedridden for a number of years. I almost died. Yeah, multiple times.
Did you forget?
It was really scary. And when I had to, at that time, I thought I was stopping to serving people, right? And my heart, my mission has always been to serve others. So to have the opportunity to work with you, to write this book, to show up and to help other people is such an incredible gift.
So part of what got you through it was make each moment count. Mm-hmm. But what happened when things got hard, when you got sick? Like, stuff is going to come up. When you have toddlers or a chronic illness, it's just a guarantee. Yeah. It's not a surprise. Yeah. So what'd you do when stuff came up? And what kind of stuff came up?
Yeah. Okay, so like you said, 2 months ago, I was supposed to be here on the red carpet, and I found myself really sick, thankfully not from the Lyme or parasites. I've almost got that all cleared up, but with a really terrible cold. I couldn't speak. I was in bed, and I took the lesson of I've learned the hard way to really listen to my body and to honor and respect what it has to say. And I chose not to come here to do my launch virtually, because ultimately we think all this drama, we think oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it to the red carpet, or I'm not going to, something bad will happen. The truth is, I became international bestseller in multiple countries. I had hundreds of people writing me, telling me how my book had already made a difference in their lives.
And you have some reviews too. How many reviews do you have?
I think like 87 or
something. Just a couple. You can still write a review. That was not discouraging you. Go write a review.
Yeah, I would love it. But it is truly, it's just, I believe that when we listen to our body and when we respect it and follow what it's saying, we are showing up to be the best version of ourselves, and we can honestly help so many other people, even though that can seem counterintuitive at the time.
Yeah, and you just model that so beautifully. Okay, I'm going to ask you another question. This one is from Melody. She's from Prior Lake, Minnesota. I think we had a question from you earlier, Melody. By the way, get your questions in. We've only got about 20 minutes left, so go ahead and type a question. But we're going to do Melody's now. And you, anybody with kids, sickness, all that stuff, need help. We all need help. Melody says, how did you encourage those around you to support you? I want some wizard tricks.
This was good. My husband was a huge support system.
Wait, what's his name? We should shout out.
Shout out to Brock. Thank you.
Good job, man.
Yes. He encouraged me to sign up for this. I actually was in bed. I hadn't really healed when I applied. Signing up, I didn't know. I was just taking a huge leap of faith, knowing whether or not I would have the energy to do this. And his response was, you've wanted to do this forever. You have the knowledge. Show up. Do it. I will be there. I will support you. And same with my parents, mom and dad. You guys are amazing and a huge support in helping with the kids, like right now. So,
for instance.
Yeah.
So how do you think you got them to support you?
Because they believed in what I was doing. They knew that I was here not only to serve everyone else, but in serving everyone else, truly, that is my own healing. That has brought so much joy to me, and they saw me evolve and heal and grow in doing that. So it was such an honor.
I want to tell one more story about people around you supporting you. I'm going to grab your book cover to do it. So I remember the day this picture was taken. This is Jenny Carr's piece of cake. And there was a little meltdown, possibly a week or two before this picture was taken, where Jenny said, I have 40 recipes. I need a food photographer to take pictures. I need to cook all these things, and then I need someone to take pictures. It's absolutely impossible. I can't get my book done in time.
Not happening.
Yeah, right on the edge of quitting. Yeah. So how did this beautiful picture and all the other ones end up getting taken?
All the photography is by my friend Jamie Chrisman. She did an incredible job. But what happened was, like I said, there was not enough time. My business had blown up. There was not enough. I forgot to schedule making food for the photo shoot.
You can't take pictures of food unless you cook it.
And so I put a message on Facebook saying, if anyone out there wants to choose a recipe, make the recipe, we'll have it photographed. You will have a beautiful platter in my recipe book. I will pay for it, and I will give you the food back. And I had literally over hundreds of hours of people volunteering and donating their time, making these recipes, helping out at the photo shoot. If it hadn't been for all of them, which if you guys are watching, you know who you are, and I'm so grateful, this book would not have come together.
Yeah, if you're in the Jenny Carr posse, go ahead and leave a heart or something in the comments, because that was like watching a miracle happen. Yeah. I have to coach. It's like hard to do my job sometimes because I'm like, it's going to all work out. You're going to like ask for help and it's going to show up. And meanwhile, I'm like behind the scenes. I'm messaging Grace, our publisher. If she can't get it done, we can give her an extension, but don't tell anyone. But I don't see any way she could get it done. Like,
oh my gosh.
But it happened. Like I was literally just about to say, it's okay. Like, we'll give you extra time. And you're like, oh, no, it's done. I got it.
Well, and I really think that's, again, just listening to your body, getting quiet and still within you. You know, I just took some time to meditate and take a few deep breaths, and it was like, popped up, put it on Facebook. So there you go. Answers can just show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be open to the possibilities, and be open to the possibility right now of downloading Piece of Cake by Jenny Carr. Thanks for joining me and for sharing your
Thank you so
stories.
much.